What's up, you guys? So it's Layla Lynn, and I'm back with a new video. In this video, we got to get into Xscape. We got to get into the drama that is the girl group Xscape. LaTocha released this viral video of the Chris Brown Residuals challenge, where she changed the lyrics to reflect her own reality. And it seemed like it was a lot of lying going on. And both her sister, Tamika, and Kandi came out and fact checked her. So we're going to get into what she said in her song and how they fact checked her. And we're going to get into if she is coming back to Xscape. We're going to get into some true tea in this video. But first, if you're watching, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm Layla Lynn. I do celebrity news and nostalgia. And I have to tell you guys, from the 90s on, I loved Xscape. Between Xscape, TLC, In Vogue, who else? Brownstone, Jade, Janae. I love all of those girl groups from the 90s, the 2000s. And this is one group that the drama keeps going. A lot of groups, the drama is over now. But for Xscape, the drama keeps going. So let's start with LaTocha's song. All right, you guys. So LaTocha she redid the Residuals challenge by Chris Brown. And I love the song in real life. Like, I love the song, the actual real lyrics to the song. But in her lyrics, she started out saying, took some time away. I had to sit and face it. So we can kind of start right there, because she's saying she took time away from the group. But really what happened, she had a gospel album that, from my understanding, even by gospel standards, flopped. So her saying she took some time away is really the gospel album didn't do as well as she thought it would do. And by some accounts, it flopped. So that's off the bat, first line, off rip. We don't know that she's telling the truth. But anyway, she said, who can I run to? Seems like nobody lately. Reading through them comments, they say he having a baby. I don't know who's lying. Maybe I was blind. Now, it's always been my opinion. It's my opinion that she knows exactly what's going on with her husband. Like, as a wife, she knows what's going on with her husband. If he's cheating on her, if he's having a baby, if he's not having a baby, what have you. I just always felt like she knew, and she let him cheat on her without her leaving. And I feel like that's why she came out with that video. Remember, she said that they were in an open relationship. And really, first of all, that was a bad idea, trying to drop a gospel album and saying you're in an open relationship. Like, the morals are not moraling. And then secondly, it looked like he was in an open relationship. It didn't seem like it was a joint thing. Like, she was out doing her thing. It seemed like he was in an open relationship. And it just seemed like she knew. But she went on to say, and of course I miss my sister. That's a crazy feeling. But y'all know family stuff be needing time for healing. So that's her reason for supposedly not talking to her sister, giving it time to heal. You know how there's that saying, time heals all wounds? When a wound is bad, time only makes it worse. It only makes it worse if the wound is bad. She said, even in a marriage, ain't nobody perfect, but we've been split 2 years and my heart is hurting. And her sister is going to give us a tea on if she's really split from her husband. Because like I said, you guys, LaTocha Scott, in my opinion, she doesn't seem to be the most forthcoming, the most honest person. And so her sister is kind of like spilling what seems to be the real tea. So we're going to get into her sister's video. She said, got to build me up, 30 years just washed away. It took some time, took some years for me to escape this pain, had to move. And so when she's saying she's done with Rocky, you know, it took 30 years, but her marriage is over. To me, it's giving rebrand. It's giving rebrand. Like, I wanted to do a solo career, solo gospel career, whatever the genre was. It's given that didn't work out. So now I'm rebranding. And it's given I'm painting myself as a victim. Like how she says, maybe I was blind. I'm in so much pain. 30 years of my life just washed away. It's giving victim tease to me. So it's giving rebrand. It's giving, will you accept me now? I'm saying I didn't know what he was doing. So will you accept me now? And I'm not buying it. I'm glad her sister and her group mates don't seem to be buying it either. She said, losing everything was rough. I'm talking family, marriage, my blood. Had to move on. Had to give up on love. I gave up on love. She said, losing my sister was insane. Kicked out of my group was insane. And so Kandi is going to give us that too. Y'all know Kandi loves to keep it real, especially when it comes to LaTocha and that group. Kandi stays on their neck about being honest about whether they were kicked out or whether they chose not to perform with the group. She said, everybody in the media was tearing me down. I'm only human. Sis, you got my word. We're going to have some words about the residuals. That 30,000. That 30,000 though. that allegedly her and Rocky stole from her sister Tamika. They're gonna have some words about that 30,000. So let's start with her sister Tamika's response, which was on the Ricky Smiley morning show.
You know what? My sister's voice is undeniable. You know what I mean? I always said that she was my favorite singer. She's going to always be my favorite singer. She definitely ate vocally. Yes. But in real life, I think it's a genius marketing strategy for her new music. It really is. We haven't, talked. She hasn't called me. My number's the same. The address the same. So if this is real, sis, pull up. I'm cooking now. Pull up. Let's do breakfast. Because the last time I saw her at a family function, I was on the dance floor jamming. Her and my mom walked in, and when they saw me, they walked out. And that kind of touched me a little bit because I felt like that was the proper. I feel like, we around family. Time. And if any type of reconciliation, I felt like if she probably would have walked up to me, I probably would have just fell in her arms crying. But her and my mom, they walked out. So listen, my number is the same. My address is the same. Sis, pull up. Let's talk about these residuals. If this is, real, let's talk about the residuals. But it's definitely a great marketing strategy for her new music that's coming out. And she sounds amazing. And it's like, at first my heart was like, oh my gosh, she's singing to me. And at the very end, the way she looked at the camera like, huh. And I was like, okay.
Oh, this is something else.
Yeah. I felt it until the end, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, just call me. And if she's listening, sis, you got my number. You got my number. You got my address. Pull up. Let's sit down. I'll cook you a good meal. I throw down. Let's sit down. Right. Let's talk about these residuals. Hey, my phone is on, and she called. I would love to talk to her. The last time, before she changed her number, the last time I called her about the rumors and stuff, I was like, sis, forget what we're going through. I love you. We're going to get through this. I got cussed out. So, and then me and her started going back and forth on the text, and I was like, you know what?
Just forget it.
You know what? At the end of the day, I love you. I love you, and I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for her. I'm definitely praying for her mental. I'm praying for her, and I love my sister. Hands down. Y'all know I've always protected her. Oh, yeah, we know. And I will continue to protect her. Can't nobody say nothing about her to me. I love her. She ate on this Chris Brown challenge.
She ate. Oh, my God. She killed it. I never heard a girl do it, and she killed it. She absolutely killed it.
She killed it.
Well, we're going to keep both of y'all in our prayers, man. We love both of y'all, man.
In the prayers, cause
absolutely.
Her in front of her house the other day. They ain't broke up. I wish that was true.
Oh!
Wait a minute, what?
She said they ain't broke up.
Like, I had some friends call and say, he was jogging in front of the house the other day. And I was like, well, it's cool, but let's just pray for her mental and just pray that we can get this back together. And, thank y'all so much for y'all love and y'all support. Y'all always support us.
We love y'all.
Oh, yeah, we love y'all, for real.
Love y'all so much.
Okay, so Tamika Scott said, pull up. I'm cooking right now. Let's do breakfast. We can sit down and talk. So it sounds like she has an open door. Like she's open to her sister. She can just pull up and talk about it. But can LaTocha Scott really pull up? Not saying is she welcome, but can she do it? Like, does she have it in her heart to pull up by herself and sit down and have breakfast with her sister and sit down and talk about the residuals? It seems like she doesn't. And she's trying to paint herself like a victim. So they also asked Kandi about it. Kandi was at Black Woman Honors, and they asked her what she thought about the whole thing.
Style dropped yesterday. That was a little controversial. Can we expect an Xscape reunion anytime soon?
I think she said it best in her. I think she addressed the issues with her personal life, her issues with her family, and then us. She mentioned us a little bit. I feel like fix what's happening in the family, and then it could be a talk about what's going on with us. Because realistically, I thought it was a little untruth talking about you got kicked out. When you get kicked out, I don't know about that. That didn't necessarily, that wasn't true. But I do think there was some issues that, some decisions on her part that made it to where, we ain't doing it, you know what I mean? So, yeah. You said you didn't want to do no shows with us, so,
money.
We just continue doing what we're supposed to be doing, and I think the stuff that's going on with the family is what made it hard to rekindle anything else. That's just my personal opinion, but it really ain't whatever.
Yeah. Like she got to make up with her sister first. Step one is making up with her sister, make up with your family, and then talk to the group. And if y'all recall, the issue was her husband allegedly stealing money from the group, like booking shows and telling them, well, if you want all 4 members to show up, it's a premium, and taking that extra money and putting it in his pocket and not telling them, like, let's say they book a show for 100,000, not telling them that the promoter really paid 125 and he took that extra 25,000. That's all allegedly. And so somebody left a comment and said, why y'all mistreating the other member of the group and stopping her bag? Because they really believe LaTocha. And Kandi commented back, I really hate that you believe that. She got a solo deal back in the summer and started saying she wasn't available for shows. You will see when the TV show comes out. So that means there is another season. I think it's called Just Kicking It, Xscape, but Just Kicking It. We're going to kick it for another season with Xscape. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to see or know that Kandi's going to be back on our television screens, not necessarily on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but on her TV show with Xscape. So y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this. What do y'all think about LaTocha releasing that song? And I don't want to say those lies, but just her own version of the truth that no one else seems to agree with. What do y'all think about her lyrics? And what do you think about her sister saying it's marketing? She's just rebranding. And Kandi saying she was not kicked out of the group. She said she was not available for shows because she's doing her own solo project, which sounds like once she makes up with her sister, it sounds like she's welcome back to the group. Y'all leave a comment, share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. What's up, you guys? So those of you who are singers, those of you who are entertainers, I want to tell you about a talent show that my cousin Angel Monet is putting on, and it's for the House of Inspiration Network. It's called the Let Me Do My Thing Sing Off, not Sing Off, but Sing Off contest. And it's an exciting new virtual show designed for the 50+ crowd with an unfulfilled dream of performing their passion for singing on a grand stage. This fun contest offers a chance to win $1,000 in cash and prizes. So don't miss your opportunity to shine in front of thousands of people. So register today at hoinetwork.com. That's hoinetwork.com, as in House of Inspiration network.com, hoinetwork.com. And I'll put a link in the description box and in the comment section. Now, if you made it this far to the end of the video, then I think you like my content. So make sure you subscribe and check out my channel. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel. Check out my playlists and my podcasts, and I assure you, you will like more of my content.